Hello class, we're going to jump right into it. We're going to replicate strings. Now a string, most of the multipliers, as you've seen, we've already concatenated with the addition sign. We can also use the multiplication sign to multiply a variable holding a string to have it print out multiple times. I know we've done this a couple times with things like this, print, and we've done things like this. So you get 15 of them. Move right along. I'm going to start talking about some methods that are in the string class. Like, we're going to define this variable stuff. This is how we do it. It's going to be the string and stuff. We're going to do a type on stuff and a dir. You can see the type is a class of a string. And when we do a dir on our variable that is a string, you can see all these methods we have down here. Is title, join, is upper, left justify, lower, rfind, rindex, replace. We're going to go through some of these right now. And they're extremely handy. Let's do is alphanumeric first. So first up, we have our trusty banana, string equals banana, print string, here comes the method, variable dot is alphanumeric, open close arguments, close print job. True. So this is alphanumeric. Well, what if banana was just bunch of special characters? False. It is not alphanumeric. So keep in mind, alphanumeric, right? Moving right along. Is alphanumeric. Here we have some spaces, some integers, and a special character. False. Is alphanumeric because the spaces and the special character caught it, which of course created it, made it false. Here is alpha. Once again, string equals banana, string is alpha. So it's just looking for it to be all just strings or characters of the alphabet. And of course that one's true as well. Moving right along. String banana 777 space with the exclamation point, save F5. False is alpha because it has the special character in it. Here's another one. There's a word upper. Now this one manipulates the strings and turn them all to capital or upper. What if we had one in there that already was? Doesn't matter. It leaves it alone and takes all the ones that are lower and creates them all to upper. And keep moving. Here we go. We got word equals banana. I'll lower that in. No, we'll leave it in there. AN. And we'll say word equals banana with a capital A and capital N. New word dot capitalizes the method. And then we're going to go ahead and print the new word. You'll see that it capitalized the leading character, B, and it turned A and N to lower. And here's our output. Let's keep going. Here we go. Word equals 12 space combination of upper and lower for banana. We're going to say new word, capitalize new word. And here, since the leading character is an integer, capitalized did nothing, but it did turn everything else lower. So keep that in mind as well. Oh, the strip method. So strip on its own, our line variable equals space, here we go, space, leading spaces on the beginning and end. And we're going to take our variable line and we're going to strip it and then print it out. Uh-oh, what did I do there? Unexpected indent. Now if we highlight it, it removed leading and trailing spaces. Strip is extremely useful when you're dealing with large pieces of data and you take data out of other files and you start handling it. Before you do anything on it, like say capitalize or lower or throw any other methods on it, I usually run through some type of strip method to make sure there are no leading or trailing spaces. And you can change it by using the justification. Here we go. We notice the L strip. We run it. If we highlight this, it removes the space from the left. Hence L strip. Let's take a look at our strip. Our strip, remove the space from the right. These are extremely handy. I can't tell you enough. Like when you're dealing with data outside this class, you're going to run into things from text files, CSV files, and sometimes they'll have leading or trailing spaces. And you'll see people open up a large Excel file and go through each line and delete the first space when you could just write a quick script to remove all those spaces for you. We'll learn how to do that in the upcoming weeks when we learn how to deal with files. Find. This is a fun method. So fruit equals our trusty banana. Index equals fruit.find B. And then print out the index of B. -1. You notice it's a capital B. What if we put a lowercase there? 0. So it turns out that if it can't find something, what if I put a Z there? -1. If it can't find it in your string, it gives you a -1. But if it does find it in this string, it'll tell you, what about an A? The very first index it finds it in, and then it stops because it's true. So find is handy. We're going to learn how to amp up find here in a little bit. Here's replace. Oops. So once again, fruit equals banana. Print fruit dot replace A with I and then print fruit. This does not stop at every iteration. You see that it replaced all the A's with I and it printed Benini, and here it left our original variable alone, which is good because we didn't do anything equals or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. Replace, unless you tell it to, it does not change the value in your default variable. And it goes through the entire string, replacing them all. Now there's ways to manipulate that, and we'll learn about those shortly. Here we go, fruit equals banana. Now we're saying print fruit replace AI 3 times. I wonder what this is going to do. Turns them all. What if we turn this to a 2? See, it does the first 2. 2 only. Let's do 1. There you go. Here's another cool method. Starts with. Please have a nice day. Print line starts with please. Let's see what it's going to say. True. Starts with is a comparison operator or method. It looked for please and it verified that each character in that string matches, and then it was true. And you'll see as we move on, we're looking just for the lowercase p. Starts with P, 5, and of course it says false because it's a capital P. If we change this to a capital P, save, hit F5, starts with true. Keep going. Line, please have a nice day. Print line starts with have, starting at the 7th index, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. True. Excellent. So starts with, you could search from left to right at any index. Could be handy. If you're looking, if you know the second word, first, if you had a list of Bobs, and they had 1,100 Bobs in a list, and you're looking for Bob space Smith, you can go, starts with Smith at index of 5, I believe. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 5 would be Smith. So that could be handy as well when if you're hunting through for names in a large pool of data. And it just like starts with, there's an ends with. Print, ends with is next. Okay, that's just going to be our operator, our print line break. New variable equals, please have a nice day. Print line ends with Y. That should be true. Yep, sure is. And ends with operates just like starts with. Chaining methods. So you could, just like most functions, how you could chain functions, you could change methods because they're basically the same thing. Methods are basically functions of a class. So print chaining methods, that's going to be our line break over here. Line equals please have a nice day. Print line lower starts with capital P. Ooh, what's that going to do? Let's take a look. It's false because it changed it to a lowercase p. Then it asked to see if it started with a capital P. Let's see if we start with a lowercase p. And now it's true. Pretty cool. Keep moving. Splitting strings. Alright. The last and final one, I believe. So print. Splitting strings will be our line break over here. Variable file equals Lesson05 double space lab.py. New variable words equal our string dot split on capital L. It's going to print the words. Got that guy right there. Now what it gives you back, it's pretty interesting. It gives you back a list. Broke off the L. Gives you this group of strings with the double spaces. Broke off the L. It gives you that. Sort of handy. Can you break on a space? Sure can. You notice it gives you the space between the lesson and 5. The double space accounts for that one space. and then it breaks the space between lab and pi. Now if we do this on a double space, you would see it leaves these spaces but removes that double space between 5 and lab. Splitting, the more you use it, the better you get with it. You really have to know the data that you want to split and where you want to split at. But it can be very advantageous if you have a comma separated value file. And of course, everything's separated with a comma, but you can split it at the comma and break them all out into individual things within a list. That's a good example. But this is the last video for More Fun with Strings. There'll be another video coming up with, I believe, try and accept, error handling, and finally statements.